Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here, once again. Right, now I'm gonna do something today that's, for so long, I've always wanted to do, okay? Like, I don't know why, but yeah, I'm gonna do a little recap of a Nintendo Direct. I don't think I've ever done one of these before. I know when I was on hiatus. Why am I always talking about when I was on hiatus, right? I did a lot when I was on hiatus, right? But, you know, whenever a Nintendo Direct happens, right? It's like Christmas morning, right? And just like Christmas morning, you can either get exactly what you want and be so happy, or you can no get what you want and go in the huff and go on Twitter and everybody calls you stupid for getting your hopes up. It's like you're not allowed to have high hopes for something you love, but whatever. I've actually just been extremely not lazy. I've got the whole entire Direct playing here on my gamepad. I'm just going to skip through it and talk about things, you know, as we go on, right? So, without further ado, let's go. Now, they started off, yes, they started off with Smash Brothers. We got a Mewtwo trailer. Mewtwo Strikes Back. Awesome tagline. I see what you did there. Now, I'm not that fussed for Mewtwo, okay? When they announced them back in, when was it? Like, early November? During that 50 must-see things about the Wii U version of Smash. When he got announced, I was like, alright, that's cool. Because I know that Mewtwo has a shitload of fans, alright? He was probably the second or third most requested, maybe even higher than that, right? Maybe even higher than that. People wanted him in, basically. And you know what? I'm glad they listened. I'm not fussed about him, but I am glad they listened. Now with that said, okay, fast forward a little bit, okay, we've got like costumes for the Mii fighters and they're friggin' nickel and diming you for them. You know, I just saw them and I'm like, okay, you've got a Dunban costume in there, you get credit for that, but I'm not buying that, right? That was kind of silly, I thought, you know? But then, okay, this was like, they fucking... This made me so happy, okay? Guys, you know that I've recently become a massive Mother fanatic, right? During the week there, I almost uploaded another, like, Mother-related video of me just standing here talking about the series, but I didn't upload it because I thought, nah, everybody will be sick to death of hearing me talk about the Mother series. Lo and behold, fucking Lucas comes back, alright? I didn't even think about wanting them back, right? In fact, when the game first came out and I wasn't into the Mother series, it made perfect sense for me why he got cut out, because him and Lucas, they're really similar. Mother isn't that popular, it made perfect sense. But now that I love Mother and now that I'm seeing Lucas back, I was in tears. I was in tears of absolute joy. It's like, if this was Wolf, you know, not shitting on Wolf or anything, but if it was Wolf, I wouldn't have given a shit, you know, but this made me just so happy. And the fact that you can now go on and, like, request characters, right? I'll give you props for that, Nintendo, okay? You are keeping the hype consistent now, right? Like, after the game came out, everybody was like, oh well, see you in Smash 5 when we get back to, you know, speculation and what new characters are going to be. But no, that's going to keep going for years to come now, potentially, right? Like, I don't know how many they'll make. I don't know who else they could possibly put in, really, but it's all extras from here on out, you know? We've got, like, already a massive roster, which I love, you know? Having Lucas in there is really a nice bonus. I'm totally gonna try and main him. See, I never even played as him in Brawl, you know? I didn't like Mother back then. I was like, he's the same as Ness, but now I know, okay? I was like, yes. Right, enough about Lucas. Alright, I could go on for ages about this. Here we go. What comes next? Yeah, they announced some sort of thing where you could, you know, new amiibos, you know, they're probably sold out already, and I'll never be able to get my hands on one. Nothing too thingy there. They've also got like an amiibo demo system. You can like take your Mario amiibo and play like a little demo of Super Mario Brothers or something. It's not bad. I don't know, I didn't really look into it properly. Mario Maker, I am so glad to hear. See, they already confirmed this, but it's nice to hear them talk about it in a Direct. The fact that you can make levels and share them online with other people, right? They need to go like the Little Big Planet route here, right? And they were sort of playing up the fact that this was the 30th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. You know, compared to like what his 25th anniversary got, you know, just fucking a SNES game on a Wii disc, this is a big step up. This is a really big step up, you know. It would be nice, I really doubt they will, and it's not like crucial in the slightest, but it really would be nice if they included All-Stars on that package anyway, you know, in case you just want to play that, you know, just saying, just saying. But yeah, that's coming, and it looks really good. I'm looking forward to Mario Maker a lot. Right, I'm not a creative person, I just want to go online and like see other people's levels, you know. What we got now? Okay, then it went over to Satoru Shibata. I'm going from the European Direct here, incidentally. Like, the European and the American one. They're usually always the same announcements, usually. But you get, like, different folk, obviously, talking. And we got Satoru Shibata, the president of Nintendo of Europe. And he showed off Yoshi's Woolly World, right? I'm getting to the point where I think that... See, I already thought this, but I'm getting to it again. The Wii U is kind of has too many 2D platformers. You know, does anybody else get that? Because like in 2013, you know, we got like 3D World, Sonic Lost World, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Rayman Legends. You know, all kind of next to each other more or less. And this year, just in this little span here, well, Mario Maker's not till September, but you know, right now we're waiting on like Kirby's and the Rainbow Curse. We are anyway. Yoshi's Woolly World and then Mario Maker. I don't know, it's like... I'm not moaning, I'm just making an observation. I am still really looking forward to Woolly World. I loved Kirby's Epic Yarn for the Wii. I like the fact that they've taken into account that people love to piss and moan about how easy Epic Yarn was. And they've got like 2 modes to satisfy everybody. You know, that's a good thing, that's a good thing. And those amiibos, man, those woolly amiibos, holy shit, those look nice, alright? I don't want anything more to do with amiibos, like, on a sort of, like, hyper-collective mode, right? I like, these new waves of amiibos for Smash Brothers, I'll try and get them, but I'm so tired of it, you know? I'm just tired of having to constantly be on my toes to pick up an amiibo, otherwise you're never gonna get one if you don't order it in the first 30 minutes of it going live. We're never gonna get a NES that's under 50 quid, we're never gonna get a Rosalina again, unless Nintendo restocks them. Don't know why they do, but... End the rant mode, Donald, end the rant mode. But Yoshi's Woolly World, the game looks great and the amiibos look even better. I'll definitely be picking up that, you know, special pack with the Woolly amiibo. And speaking of games that have amiibos, Splatoon's there as well. I was already really looking forward to this, you know, I was going on about, like, you know, too many platformers. This is, you know, a good counter in terms of variety, you know, a nice little third-person shooter thing that has just this amazing, you know, idea behind it of squid and inks, you know. And the amiibos look really cool, and there's only 3 of them. Thank fuck, right? I might try to get those, you know, I don't want to go out of my way, like, to spend loads of money. If I happen to see them in the shop, I'll get them. I don't think we're getting that triple pack over here. I know in America, they're getting a pack of Splatoon that comes with all 3 amiibo. I don't think we're getting that, but I'll try and pick them up, so yeah. Then they talked about a bunch of like eShop games. I can't get hyped for eShop games, you know, that's kind of a bad thing of me, I'm afraid. Now, Virtual Console, more DS games, finally, and Nintendo 64 games. What took you so long, Nintendo? Like, did you just forget that you hadn't released Nintendo 64 games on the Virtual Console yet? Did it really take you that long to make an emulator for a console that was significantly more powerful than Wii? That could play in Nintendo 64? I don't know. But with that said, good job on charging 2 more quid for N64 games. On the Wii, Nintendo 64 games were £7. On the Wii U, they're £9. Brilliant. And I bought them anyway. You know, I've got Super Mario 64. I was playing that earlier. Sucker. Anyway, but yeah, it was that's cool regardless, you know, despite the little price hike. You know, DS games as well, that's still kind of random, and I do like the fact that how you can play them. They give you a lot of options in that sense, you know. Right. Paper Mario, oh, that's coming. I already downloaded Paper Mario for the Wii. I didn't get a discount, actually. They said they'd give you a discount. I didn't get that. I've got it before, but I didn't get it. I don't know. And some more Wii games for the Virtual Console. I don't think America's got these yet, but we're getting Pandora's Tower and Sin and Punishment, successor of the Skies, you know, also known as Sin and Punishment 2. Two excellent games, by the way. If you've never played those, download them. They are worth every penny, and they're going to be cheaper on the first 2 weeks. You know, definitely go for them. They're excellent, you know, and I don't know why, but America's not getting it. Right, next we have, oh boy, I was waiting to talk about this. After being in development limbo for like 2 fucking years, Shin Megami X Fire Emblem finally gets shown off with a full gameplay trailer, and it looks Japanese as fuck. It looks so Japanese. Don't look at me like that, you know what I'm talking about. It looks, yeah, from its like that really overly happy J-pop song that was playing in it, the fact that everything looks so like over-designed and so colourful, and yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting. It really wasn't, you know. I thought, like, I don't know, looking back, I don't really know what I was expecting. I was like, oh, cool, a crossover. Because between, like, the game first being announced and now, I've sort of dabbled in both series. I really like Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei, you know. I've not played nearly as much of both series as I want to, but I do like them, and the concept of a crossover between the two is always interesting to me. But yeah, I did not expect something like this. Like, I did not recognize a single character in the trailer. Like, maybe I didn't watch it hard enough, but it didn't look... I didn't see, like, Seraph, I didn't see, I don't know, Chrom or Marth or any of the Persona characters, which are the Persona... Yeah, the Persona characters will probably show up, wouldn't they? Like, yeah, who else? Who else do I know from... Oh, what's the name of those characters from Shin Megami Tensei 4? I've played that. That was pretty good. I don't know. Whatever, it's coming anyway. Japanese as fuck, but I'll play it anyway. I'm excited. Right, oh yeah, and after that, this was the one. This was the peak for me, okay? I'm not sure if this was the peak or Lucas being in Smash was the peak. This should be the peak, but Lucas might have been the peak, alright? And what was the peak? It was about going up a peak. Because it takes place on a mountain. Yeah, it's Project 05. About fucking time, Nintendo, alright? I've wanted this game. This is all I talk about. If you follow me on Twitter, this is all I moan about. All I moan about every time there's a direct, every time there's something being announced, all I do is moan about Project 05, right? Because I love Project Zero, also known as Fatal Frame in America. And for this one, they were doing exactly what I wanted them to do with it. The Wii U gamepad is your camera, and you gotta find the ghosts like this, and you gotta rotate as well, by the looks of it. It looks amazing. I cannot wait. They said later this year, and I think this game was the only reason why this direct had to like be shown later, you know, as opposed to sort of in the afternoon, you know, because it was rated 18 or like M for mature at the time, you know, so it's coming and I'm happy, you know. That was a bombshell right for me. How long we recorded for? Okay. So yeah, Project 05, so happy. Then they talked about some 3DS games. Attack on Titan. I've not watched Attack on Titan. I can't watch Attack on Titan. Too depressing. Too depressing, you know? I don't know. I couldn't even make it for the first episode of that. Like, I feel like that's going to be the topic in the comments now, the fact that I haven't watched Attack on Titan. But I couldn't, you know, so I'm not that fussed. But it's cool that it's getting localized. It's actually getting localized by Atlus as well. You know, next to like, Shin Megami X Fire Emblem, which I don't know if that's being developed by Atlus or Intelligent Systems. I don't know, but the fact that excuse me, the fact that they're Atlus USA is localizing this, and they're also localizing this RPG called Stella Glow for the 3DS. They're localizing that as well. I'm really glad that Atlus is now doing something other than Persona now, because it was just me, or were they just releasing Persona after Persona after Persona? You know, not that there's anything wrong with Persona. Persona's great, I'm just saying they kind of laid on a bit thick with the Persona, you know? Right, what else we got next? Some more like downloadable games for the 3DS, including another free-to-play Pokemon game. Doesn't matter what you call that model, Iwata, it still sucks, you know? Yeah, Pokemon Rumble. Some new Mii Plaza games. Oddly enough, the fishing one looks quite interesting to me. I don't know why. I don't even like fishing, but I thought that was kind of cool. Puzzles and Dragons, that's like the Japanese Candy Crush, I guess. We're going to be getting that. I'll pick it up, you know. I don't know what to make of it, but I'll probably give it a shot. We're getting that Mario version along with it anyway, which is pretty cool. What's next? They talked about Codename Steam. Europe doesn't have that game yet. We're getting it in May. And I am looking forward to it. You know, I love creative... I always call Intelligent Systems Creative Assembly. Yeah, the fucking Total War guys. I don't know why I always get those two developers mixed up. I apologise. Intelligent Systems are the ones that made Codename Steam. They also made Fire Emblem. I trust what they do. I'm looking forward to Codename Steam. With that said, they also talked a bit about the new Fire Emblem game, and they revealed some interesting stuff about it, okay? Because Fire Emblem Awakening, obviously, probably is the best 3DS game out there. And it looks like this one's going to have a moral choice system. I don't know, because they didn't really explain it that well. It could be that being good and being bad are just two different difficulty settings, because they were kind of saying that being bad makes the game harder and being good makes it easier. I don't know, but your main character is the one that's making choices. It sounds interesting, you know, like, I'm not a big fan of the moral choice system that you get in some games, but the fact that they're implementing difficulty in it, you know, that could be interesting. And I will say this as well, you know, just this just popped into my head, you know, similarly to Shin Megami X Fire Emblem, you know, the character design in this, I don't know. There's something about it that bugs me. It seems a bit too over-designed, some of the characters, you know? Like, I just think back to Fire Emblem Awakening, the character design in that was, like, wonderful, you know? I remember everybody in that game, you know? None of them were really designed over the top, like, except Tharja. We all love Tharja, let's face it. But it's like, I don't know, just skipping through the trailer, you know? The character design is awesome, but it just seems like too much, you know? Like, everybody's over-designed. Again, that's just the vibe I got. I'm just making an observation, I'm not even nitpicking, I'm just saying that's what I got from it. I'm still gonna get it. Fucking, we have to wait to 2016 for it. I think Japan's apparently getting that one in June this year. It's gonna be a painful wait, so yeah. Animal Crossing cards, didn't care. I don't really like Animal Crossing. And lastly, they showed off some Mario Kart 8 shit, and that was the last announcement, so I'll put this down now. And, you know, it's funny because they hyped and hyped and hyped it up, right? Like the new DLC and that, and it looks amazing, right? The first DLC pack was really good. You can almost treat it like a whole new game, I thought, you know? And this one's gonna have some Animal Crossing stuff, you know, which I'm okay with. I'm not that into Animal Crossing, but that doesn't mean I hate Animal Crossing themes, you know? But then they showed like a trailer hyping up that we're getting 200cc difficulty in a free update. And, you know, that's cool. But at the same time, I don't know, I just sort of watched it and thought to myself, you're 8 games into this series and this is the first time you do this. It's like, couldn't you have done it earlier? I shouldn't moan, I know I shouldn't, it's gonna be free. So, yeah, and I've already bought the DLC anyway, so I'm sure I'll be Mario Karting away on April 23rd, because they pushed up the DLC date, which is wonderful. Which is good, because that was the thing, you know? This Direct was a lot more Wii U focused than, like, the last one we got. And even the one before that, because the last 2 Directs were really good, but I thought they were a bit too 3DS focused, you know? And this one, lots of Wii U games. Obviously, we got an announcement for Project Zero. I thought we were going to see Star Fox, actually. But you know, it's funny, and I'll tell you this, right? This is the best bit. Usually when I'm finished with one of these Directs, I'm left with wanting more, you know? But as I was sitting there at the very end, watching the Mario Kart 8 stuff, I thought to myself, you know what, it's probably best they don't show Star Fox here, because then there would be too much in this Direct. I've never thought like that in relation to a Nintendo Direct before. I never thought that I could get too much information, you know? It was like, it was just right, so that could very well have been one of the best Directs Nintendo's ever put out, at least I thought. You know, I like to always think that you should have at least one bombshell with these Directs. You know, if you're just gonna, you know, throw out information about certain games, you know, folk are gonna, like, get upset, you know? They're gonna be like, well, you just talked about this new mode in this one game that I was already gonna buy. can't you show us any other games? And you know, we got a lot of bombshells in this direct. We got Project Zero 5. We finally got confirmation, basically. This was practically the premiere because of Shin Megami X Fire Emblem. We got Lucas, which was wonderful. And, you know, there's just so much good stuff here. And so, yeah, keep it up, Nintendo. If this means you do directs less frequently, if they're going to be like this, go for it. I imagine you're not going to do one until E3. That's going to be a painful wait. But, yeah, I'm happy with my Wii U right now, for sure. It's a shame that most of the games are going to be, like, in the second half of the year. Because this year, up until June, it's going to be quite dry. You know, it's like, we got Splatoon. Over here, we've got Kirby as well. And in June, there's Yoshi, and I think that's about it until E3. It's going to be a painful wait, but whatever. Good job, Nintendo. It was a good direct. So, yeah. That's that, guys. See you after. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.